Hi everybody, my name's Seb Ty. I'm a Woodland Creation Officer with the Forestry Commission, and I'm here today to talk through some of the grant and funding opportunities for woodland creation. My details are there. I work and support farmers and landowners within the East and East Midlands. Before we start, I think it's important to mention it's quite a complex landscape at the moment, and there are a number of new grants and schemes on the scene, obviously through the advent of elms and also the new grants and schemes that are coming through. My job is to hopefully unpick some of the detail and give you some kind of clear guidance about how to kind of apply and why you might want to apply as well. To deliver our tree planting targets, we've got a number of new partners that we're working with, and I'll talk about those as well. I'd like to talk about biodiversity and how we can arrest that biodiversity loss through planting trees. And also one of the main drivers, of course, is being net zero by 2050. So the module objectives I've sketched out here are to discuss why trees are a good option for you, for farmers and landowners, and talk about some of the benefits they can bring, to clarify what Commission grants are available to you, and specifically explore the England Woodland Creation Offer, which is the new flagship grant for putting trees in the ground. I want to explore the Woodland Creation Planning Grant, which is the grant that enables you to create a design plan for schemes over 5 hectares in size. I want to talk about the Woodland Carbon Code, highlight that, and the Woodland Carbon Guarantee, plus the Tree Health Pilot, and also some of the other partnership funds that are available to establish woodland. I'd like to talk about how you might identify land that's suitable for planting trees on your particular land holding. Talk about what questions you should ask yourself before considering or applying for any woodland creation grants. Talk about how to physically apply and provide you with some resources. And there's also an opportunity to have a go at a homework exercise at the end. So just to provide a bit of context, who are the Forestry Commission? Well, they are the government department responsible for protecting and expanding and promoting woodlands. So we plant trees, we harvest trees, we develop habitats, we invite people to come and use the woods as well. And Forest Services is the department that I work for, and that administrates and regulates, amongst other things, grant funding to promote and establish and maintain new woods. As a bit of a precursor, I'd just like to kind of highlight some of the benefits here for trees and trees on your farm. And there are a number of benefits, from reducing pollution to improving air quality, as a food source for pollinators, enhancing water quality, providing shelter belts for crops and livestock, and also offering recreation opportunities as well, inviting public onto your farm to gain extra income that way. But as a caveat, it's important to understand that woodlands can only really deliver benefits to you, to nature, society and the environment if they're carefully planned and actively managed. And that will keep them healthy and resilient as we tackle some of the challenges going forward. Much of our existing woodland is in the UK is in a less than favourable state. That means there's pressure from deer, there's a pressure from invasive species, or there could be a lack of management, which leads to kind of monoculture, lack of species. And so it's important that we plan our woodlands with health and resilience in mind. Why are we planting trees? Well, the government has passed that law, which requires us to bring all our greenhouse gas emissions down to net zero by 2050. And it's pledged as part of the England Trees Action Plan, which is there in the top right of the screen, to deliver 30,000 hectares of woodland per year by 24-25 in the UK. And there are a number of grants to incentivise this. So what does that look like? So it's approximately 7,000 hectares of new woodland in England per year. And if you plant, say, 1,800 stems per hectare, that's looking at something like 12.5 million trees that we need to get in the ground. So an ambitious target. And we believe that the grants available are there to help with that. So just to highlight some of the main grants on this slide, to get us thinking about the new language and the new acronyms. So we've got Woodland Creation Planning Grant there, which, as I mentioned, is there to help design woodlands over 5 hectares. There's the England Woodland Creation Offer, which is the new flagship grant for getting trees into the ground. The Woodland Carbon Code there, which is the accreditation system, which if you were to plant woods with carbon in mind, you access the Woodland Carbon Code to give your carbon credits an accreditation. And then you can use that accreditation to then access potentially the Woodland Carbon Guarantee. So I'll be talking a bit more about those in due course. More information there on that link at the bottom of the slide.